I was creaming myself when we got him. But I'm like, where's he going to play?
You have to pause that. There's a big difference between Parramatta, brother and brother
Yeah. When the ball went to Tracy, I just felt calm.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm like, he's got this.
My pookie bear in there.
And I'm like, and I would have seen a vein.
The vein would have stuck out. It would have started going.
They should ban females. That's what he would have said. He would have said something like that.
Oh, Maron, what are you doing? Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything you got to do, man. It goes a long way, trust me. You like my shirt? Get straight into the episode.
What's up, brothers? Special teams, special plays, special players, special
jerseys. Hey,
don't you just love the collar?
Shout out to the Bulldogs. We already spoke about this with Winston last week. Shout out to Winston and the Bulldogs for this jersey. It's the first time I see it in person. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
And what better way to start the show of league lads than with beautiful jersey mention. I don't know why my words just all jumbled up, but before we get into everything footy, I have something serious I want to speak about, and it's what happened at Bondi the other day. Very, very like tragic, man. What went on there? So unexpected. People are saying like, oh, we feel like this is Australia's becoming America, yada yada yada. Very, very tragic what happened in Bondi, and I hope everyone that's been affected by it, we wish them the very, very best. We're sending all our prayers to them, and of course, we don't forget anyone that's been served with injustice. So, I don't know what else to say about this. It's a very, very serious topic, and we talk about footy, but yeah, everyone's feeling it in Bondi this week, and I just hope, man, we don't want any sort of violence in the world anywhere, man. Like Australia is a safe place. That's why our parents and our families migrated here. If wherever you come from, you came here because it's a safer place to live, work, and it's better conditions from where we're actually from. So, yeah, shout out to. Hope all the families are doing well, and yeah, that's just my take on that, man. Boys, let's get straight into the footy. Newcastle Knights played the Roosters at home. Once again, Dan was upset. Every time Newcastle loses, he puts up the Newcastle thing with the tear, and I just want to laugh.
Yeah, well,
I just want to laugh, but I love him too much.
Well, I'm hoping he puts it this week
this week as well.
Love him, bro.
Love
Shout
you.
out to Dan, but
The Brickies, man. But Newcastle played the Roosters, and bro, honestly, it was like a weird game. It was a good game. I don't know what to think of it. But I just seen crazy stuff in it, like Adam Elliott walking off. Obviously, he's offside when they scored that. When Bennett Smith just walked in a try.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I've never seen that in my whole life.
No, they didn't. He had the cheese touch.
Yeah, it was.
They didn't want to touch him.
They don't want to touch him. They're like, he smells.
Yeah, they were all offside, but like it's like the guys in the defensive line are like, they're thinking, oh yeah, he'll pick him up, and then they all realise that there's three cunts offside because of the big play of the ball, and then they're like, oh shit, after it.
I think Greg Alexander was losing his mind. I've never seen that in my life.
Literally everyone was losing it because this is a guy, like when you're doing this, they call them scouting reports in basketball.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the scouting report for cheese, it's like, get up on him early, don't let him get momentum, so because when he gets ahead of steam, you're not stopping him.
He's just going to go. He's going to go with his head first.
Like a little nugget, bro. You know what I mean? Like he's just going to ram through. And he ran through, but he ran through nothing because there was no one there to even run through. I think he was a bit upset when he scored. He was like, I just wanted to smash.
I just wanted someone to hit me, bro, from the side.
I just wanted to smash someone, AJ, but there was no one to smash.
But that was that, man. I got KD here. Really, it's KP. It was Kevin Durant. Kalen Ponga's game was, bro. He was unbelievable, bro. I think he got hurt in the first 5 minutes of the game. Was it?
No, it was like the 15-minute.
15 minutes. He was
hurt. Point, he got hurt.
His hip, yeah. Am I correct me if I'm wrong?
Hip. Him and Thingo had a hip. Hammer. They both had hips, and but he ended up coming good towards the end. But at that point, at the back end of the first time, he was full liability. Everyone
was going nuts, like take him off.
Yeah, like remember when the Addo Carr got hurt?
And we were saying the same thing.
Like they don't want to burn a sub to take him off. I know it's an injury sub, but like you want Ponga on there. You know what I mean? He's the best player. You know what I mean? Even injured Ponga is better than a replacement there, in my opinion.
That's very true.
But I had a funny feeling about this game. I was saying, during the week, I was saying Knights, but I ended up. When I'm making my TikToks, like saying, I just think the Roosters are going to win.
They have that mongrel in them, bro. We spoke about this. Like, even when they were down, like whatever it was.
Like losing to Desco, when they get replaced with Joey Manu, it's not that much of a loss.
That's true.
Because Joey's going to lead by example, and he's going to make some cracker run, and then the next one's going to follow him, and then the next one's going to follow him, running at the same intensity as Joe.
I had him as well. I had him as player of the round last week in a losing team against the Bulldogs.
Again, this week is 100% player of the round. When you smash a record that nearly got smashed by another player later on that we'll talk about, but like he's now the top run meter holder for rep play for both for regular season play, and
we're gonna miss him, man.
What a performance that was, man! It was just very gutsy, and the thing with the Roosters, with the way they're playing now, are looking like the Knights last year in terms of their guts.
Towards the end.
I mean, yeah, are looking like the amount of guts that they were showing. Newcastle have not been showing that this year. Like, there's no doubt that they're a tough team, but
yeah, they're a good team. They're not going to get blown out.
Like,
But at the same time,
I just was looking at that and I'm like, they're just going to get outworked and outmuscled by this Roosters team. That just always, no matter what injury problems they have, they always turn up. They always turn up. And it was a good performance and they came out with a win.
I like the performance of we had that battle with the fullbacks, Ponga and Manu doing unbelievable things, you know, on each side. But we had Kai Peace-Paul and Terrell May. But Terrell May, I enjoyed him so much.
Well, he had a good game,
but
man.
That Kai Peace-Paul, and I think he just signed a new contract, Terrell May.
Yeah, he's
in. No,
I don't know if he has yet.
No, I think he has. I watched the video today. He was spewing. Waiting for Gutho to pull some strings and grab him.
You know how much... You've
been saying it from pre-season, bro. We've been talking about this.
From last season, I've been wanting him, bro.
But that KPP... I'm just going to call him KPP. Kai Peace-Paul. He was, bro. Who is he?
I didn't even know he was English.
Yeah, he's English. That's why I was like,
bruv.
Yeah, hey, blood. What are you doing, blood? Expressions. But, bro, he was so good and he's been so good. He's been one of their best players.
Yeah, no. Well, I was hyped up for Dylan Lucas. I didn't even know about this kid, bro.
And then this kid just comes in and, bro, that line break he did to set up, I don't know who scored the try. I think it was Hastings, was it? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I can't remember, to be honest, but yeah.
He was phenomenal, man.
Yeah, he was...
I hope it's not just like a little 2-3 game thing that we're watching, you know, like a start of a season. I hope it's something we get to watch like a Dom Young.
Such a big boy, man. I just think if he just, he'll be a machine gun role for a long time. Shout out to Angus Crichton as well. Like, he's been put back into the starting team.
And he's had a tough run, man, Angus Crichton.
He's had a tough last year or so, but he's had a really, really good game. And Terrell May is the guy I really want to talk about because when he plays well, the Roosters win. It's basically how it is. And he was doing things that he wouldn't typically do. Like, he had his hands in everything. He got a try assist. Like, mate, he's making line breaks, bro. This guy's... If he just did his job, what a prop's meant to do, you know...
They're really much better team.
Then, like, if he just did that, that would have been enough.
Does he replace Hargreaves, like, as the enforcer?
Yeah, I think that's why if they re-signed him, that's why. Like, they don't... This is the next one. This is the next guy in line, bro. And big props that are mobile are starting to become like
the game's shifting away from the big bobber, like it's going towards the more mobile guy.
Mobility is underrated, and the game is heading in that mobile direction. You have big boppers there, but they're mobile or they're skilled, one of the two. Like Payne Haas is so quick. If he makes a line break, he would outrun a lot of props, let alone back rolls and stuff. So the game's heading towards that direction, and Terrell's really hard runner, good offloader. Does everything you need a prop to do, but he showed on Thursday that he can do all the extras too. I'm
so upset we didn't get him, eh? I'm so upset we never even fought, you know, like we weren't even in that race to grab him because he deserves a lot of credit. And we spoke about him last year, bro. I think he started to play at the end of last year, was it?
Yeah, or really started to play. At the end of last year.
No, because we've seen
he started starting and even in the finals he was coming off the bench, putting in a massive stint and
it's crazy how Roosters made the final last year.
Yeah,
and Rabbits didn't. That's actually insane.
Yeah.
But just
in the game to deny them, the Rabbits the final, he had an absolute blinder.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Just on that, that's the last thing we'll do with that. Let's get to the Bulldogs game because there was big talks. I didn't get to watch it properly. I watched the first half and then I got kind of busy with a few things. But man, last week we won and it felt like a loss. This week we lost and it felt like a win.
Yeah,
because this club
but
like I'm saying, this club, like I know it's hard to like put something on, but we all understand the hard work and effort that's going on behind the scenes. And we're very appreciative. Just all the players, you know, like, if they ever see this, we appreciate what they're doing on the field. And the training is starting to show. Everything's starting to show. Things are starting to work. People are working harder. We're not having sulks. People don't want to train. Oh, my God, he wrestled me 3 times. Like, there's no more complaints. It's literally Bulldog grit.
Turn up, do your job,
and go hard. And even when you're on the back foot, 10-0 down, because I watched that 10-0 and I was like, we weren't really playing the best footy, but we had most of the ball. We're doing most of we're doing things that we should be doing. But then Atakalma scored and I was like, oh, you know, we might have a little chance. And then I didn't watch it. So, but I just want to give them big raps because I think they deserve it. And I'm not like every other delusional, you know, reactionary. Oh, we lost. I think it's a good loss. There's never a good loss, but it's a good loss. And you take a lot of positives from it, bro.
Yeah, like, look, I will say one thing. If Jacob Preston played this game, I don't even think Melbourne score a point.
Just defensively on that side?
Because they just scored all their points on that one side, and it was either Salmon missing a tackle or some... Like, I cannot believe, although it was a mad try, because I don't know how the fuck he got that kick away, Xavier Coates. But that kick was literally the difference because they scored off of it.
Literally.
And I honestly think, and look, the Pappenhausen thing, the bloke got his first ever career one-on-one strip. It was the most disheartening thing in the first 4 minutes of the game. We've defended a set or two. Curran gets the ball, and Curran's landing, and this little nugget bro went and one-on-one stripped it as he's landing. Crazy stuff, and then he scores.
I seen that part, yeah.
And this bloke just scores against us every time he plays us.
It's literally like a fact.
It was actually the first 2 tries they scored were actually like just not conventional tries you'd see, you know. And I just think that Preston being there would have snuffed up. He would have sniffed a lot of that stuff out. And because they're making a pattern now where they're attacking the side that Preston usually is on.
That's right.
Whereas you look at games last year. Let's look at the 66-0.
Yeah, we were there.
10 tries.
Hand in hand.
They were trying the first 10 minutes to hit Preston's side, and he just diffused every situation.
He lost the multi from. I remember you were yelling, "Give it to Dom Young."
They wouldn't pass it to him.
All I heard was, "Give it to Dom Young." I'm like, "Aren't you wearing a Bulldogs jersey? What the hell?" He's like, "Multi."
10 tries on one side and 1 on the other. Yes. It speaks volumes. And now I think once Preston's back in a week or 2, that defensively we're just going to look even better. And Salmon is not a bad defender by any means, and a lot of people are giving him stick for missing that tackle, but he puts in 100% effort, so I can't really be mad. And even with the next player we want to talk about, who was like, he's frustrated. A lot of fans have turned on him completely already.
And it's sad Drew Hutchinson, because we know we know what he does.
We know how hard he works.
We know how hard he works, and I always say this. Me and you say this, even though we get upset that it probably cost us a game or whatever, in our opinion, but we get upset because but we know how hard he works, you know, and like you see it in but you're like what you said. I think you said last week, he'll be gassed out, but he'll still be in the line trying to make something happen. Yeah. So yeah, he deserves big credit for his efforts, but it's time to really. And I was going to ask you this question. It's time. I don't even want to ask because I know your answer. We all have this. The whole Bulldogs community has one answer, and I don't like doing this to a player of ours. Yeah, but it's not even on the player. I think it's on the coach. I think if the coach, Cameron Ciraldo, he deserves a lot of raps. First of all, Cameron Ciraldo, he's really turned it around this season. And if it was Andrew Webster, we'd be hearing a lot of we heard. I know Warriors competed last year properly, won games, but they were glazing him, and rightly so. We were glazing him too. So Ciraldo now should get some credit for what he's doing, but it's the one thing that's killing us, and I'm too worried that it's a little too late. I don't want to be too late, where we have no chance of making the 8, and then we start making changes, and we start doing the last 10 games of the season. We become this all-time attacking team, and then the roster gets changed next year, and then we're back to square one.
Yeah, I think he's got to a magic round to make to
what round is that? 10?
11. I think he'll have 9 games before he gets an actual threat of him getting dropped. We haven't seen the team list yet, but I definitely expect Drew Hutchinson to be there.
Yeah, me too. We both said
this. My problem with Drew is he just tries to do too much. So I use this, metaphor to symbolize the 2 players. Okay, because the left side is killing everybody. I thought the left side would be good. I did not think the left side would be this good. Kick out every time he touches the ball. It's like he makes a line break. Bronson Sherry.
We'll give him his reps. I want you to go on with the analogy.
Unbelievable. And I was thinking, I'm like, what are they doing here? Is he gonna play on Addo Carr's side? Are they gonna put Crichton on the right again? Because Crichton's usually the left-sided centre, and Sherry and Addo Carr. I don't care. From just that one game alone, they better never ever switch sides. Because if there's a line break there, and once they get chemistry and they get more support going,
it's raps.
So raps, bro, and. That left side looks so good. But the right side, the metaphor I use is there's a Yaris and there's a Camry. Sorry, there's a Yaris and there's a Ferrari. All right, they rhyme, Camry, Ferrari. Drew Hutchinson is the Yaris, and Stephen Crichton, Christian Crichton, I really got PTSD.
Go again, wrap it up again. For the clips. Let's be patient with us, guys. Yeah. Stay tuned. We're trying to get some clips. Go on.
Drew Hutchinson is the Yaris, and Stephen Crichton is the Ferrari. Every time Drew Hutchinson decides to run the ball out of nowhere instead of passing to Crichton, it's essentially picking to drive the Yaris over the Ferrari.
And that's painful to watch.
And it's very annoying to watch. We're paying at 800 grand for a centre that gets the ball 8-10 times a game.
That's very.
And he was, I know he was listed at fullback. He was not playing fullback. The first 5 or 10 minutes, it was like chaos. Crichton was running around like a headless chicken. I sort of liked that.
Yeah.
I wanted to roam around a bit. But Tracy at fullback, and I've been saying this.
Let's talk about that because
I
didn't know. I didn't know where he, because I watched. I think I turned the game at like 3 minutes in. I didn't really get the preview and all that. So I'm like, why is Connor Tracy catching the ball? And I'm like, oh, I like this. Like we've been yelling, like not yelling, but we want someone that we were talking about. We're giving Tough his credit, but then we're talking about the bad things that Tough does. And he's not in support. Connor Tracy's the perfect guy for that, bro.
Well, the biggest thing for me with Tough is he's just not good in the air.
Yeah, and that's something that Connor Tracy was good at.
He's dropping a lot of balls like Blake Taff, especially the first couple of weeks. But then again, he played good against Souths. I know he dropped the ball. He's handling, man. That's the biggest thing with me.
Yeah.
It was the same issue that Dufty had, handling and defence. Now, Connor Tracy is not the best defensively, but in my opinion, the back end of the year, when he was playing fullback last year for Sharks, I think they looked a better team. And that's no knock on Will Kennedy, but... Yeah. Like, they actually started beating the good teams when Kennedy got injured.
Yeah, and all season they couldn't.
And all season they couldn't actually get a win against a good team, you know. And Tracy will look so safe under the high ball. He never looked like he just looked so secure.
You felt comfortable.
When the ball went up for a bomb, I didn't get scared. Yeah. Like, I actually get scared.
I got scarred last year. You remember who?
When the ball goes to Blake Taff, I get scared, bro. Even when he catches the ball and he goes to run, I get scared. Yeah, because it's happening too consistently for me to not be scared anymore.
Yeah, it's for you to ignore it, as in like, I don't need to worry about this.
When the ball went to Tracy, I just felt calm.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm like, he's got this.
My pookie bear in there.
And I'm like, and there was one of them. I was one of them. You know, we're watching the game and we're like, there's one of them, and I'm like, he's dropping this on for sure. Nah. And then like Taff, and the good thing I give this rap to Taff because he does it. Like better than anyone. When he gets the ball, when he catches a bomb, it's like Dominic Toretto pedal to the metal, nos straight off the bat, bro.
Goes,
yeah. Tracy's doing the same thing, bro. He catches the ball, like 1-2 step, like Latrell, and then he goes, fully nos, bro. You know,
Sven Diesel.
See you later.
Dom Toretto,
you know see you later, bro. You know what I mean? And that's why I like him. And I just was really, really impressed by him at fullback, and I would like to see him there again. And I do think the team is better with him there. But then again, we're in a conundrum right now. We have too many damn outside backs and too many fullback options to pick from.
It's a good problem to have, bro.
It's a great problem
because
to have.
I'd rather have something where I can. I look at every player and they give me something different.
Yeah, and we're in situations now where Wilson never really deserved to get dropped.
No, he didn't.
But does he deserve to play over any of these players?
And I think he understands that very, very well.
He doesn't. As good as he is, and as much as I love him, I don't think he deserves to get a run over any of the
backs right now.
Centers,
yeah, because Crichton, you got Crichton, you got Kiraz, you got Adakar, you got Jerry.
Now this wing and center combination, you're not dropping Sherry now. I'm sorry. Which means, what do you do with Tracy? Are you going to drop Tracy to reserve grade?
No, so what I do, me personally, what I do is I'd keep Connor Tracy at fullback because I think he's a handful. But he's a handful in his experience, bro. He's not going to crumble in moments. If the ball's going up, like you said, we're comfortable. There might be games where it's 8-all, and at the last minute of the game, someone kicks high. You know, I know you might have Crichton. If Tough's there, catches it, drops it, we're screwed. We lost the game, all our efforts, and this is what hurts the most because you look at the ladder, we've only picked up 2 wins this year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, yeah, two from 4.
2 from 4.
To be fair, when I looked at the ladder before the season, I said this is 1 from 6, 1 from 5, 1 from 6.
Yeah.
Until we versus the Tigers. The fact that we got 2 wins is better than I thought we would be doing.
I know what you're saying.
Because we got, if you look at the teams we lost to, we lost to a full strength Parramatta round 1.
That's true, yep. That was a great team as well,
bro. Sharks that had... We hung in there right to the end.
Well, we played 4 top 8, 5 top 8, 3 top 8 teams, right?
No, let's be real. The
Sharks, Rabbits.
Rabbits were meant to be top 8.
Yeah.
I know they're fucking shit. But Roosters.
Parramatta.
Yeah.
And who did we played Titans was the easy.
Storm.
And Melbourne, that's right.
You know what I mean? Fuck, that's a hard run. We had one easy team. I know Souths are meant to be easy, but what can you do?
You know what hurts me about that? The thing that hurts me,
and here's the thing, yeah, I agree. I know what you're going to say. We were the better team that game, right?
We should have picked up something from them.
Yeah, I honestly think the last 4 games, we've been the better team on the field. Whether it's by a big margin or not.
There's no reason, I've never heard anyone go to Melbourne, Amy Park, right? And dominate possession like that. Because like there was times where I was like, bro, what the hell are we gonna like? We have so much ball, like it's crazy. And I think Bellamy would have been going crazy about that. I know they won, but there's no sort of impression with what they did.
Yeah, they were winning their battle in the middle, man.
Impressiveness,
and our attack was only clicking on the left side. Like if we get this right side clicking,
if we just get, this is my suggestion, and every Bulldogs fan suggesting this. But at the start of the season, I said I want Sexton in.
Yeah.
I don't want Hutchinson in. And no knock on Hutchinson. He's a Bulldogs player. I'll love him, no problem. But we seen Sexton last year linking up with Burden. Bro, remember Sexton's first 3 games? Burden looked so much more comfortable, so much more better. Like he was moving around more. You can tell that the guy wants to like. And if we keep like putting all the load on Burden, putting all the pressure on Burden to do all these things, we have chances to score points, bro. There's times where we should be up by 12, 14, 18. We should be up by that.
Yeah, no. Look, we put the Roosters away early.
I know, and then I know we capitulate, but whatever. We still won the game, and
we won the game off the first half alone.
First 20 minutes, we damaged them, bro.
Yeah,
like we smashed them.
Because, and here's the thing, like, and I think when you look, you need balance in your halves.
Of course.
Okay? The Tigers did something very smart. Is they identified that Galvin is a really, really good player, and they know how Sullivan plays, whether or not you rate Sullivan or not. You know how Sullivan plays.
That's right.
You know that he needs to be paired. They both need to be paired. And same as Fainu. Both 3 players, all 3 players they play a certain way, which they all have the same similar weaknesses.
They're are they sort of ball runners?
They're ball runners, and they need a game manager that has a good boot on him. And they went and identified that there's a weakness here in the halves, and they went and got Aiden Caesar. Yeah, he might be a Jiddu that was like, pretty much like a castaway.
Yeah, it's done.
But he fits the niche, he fits the role
for the year or a year or two.
That the Tigers need for a year or two until they get Luai back, And I know Caesar didn't have the best game yesterday.
But there was games, bro, this season that he single-handedly won for the Tigers.
Like everyone's going to have bad games,
yeah, no,
bro. Like Adam Reynolds has had bad games. Nathan Cleary's had bad games, so...
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
What happens when Luai comes in next year?
For the Tigers?
Yeah, Caesar's gone. See you later.
Caesar will be like playing he'll just be in the team, I think. So like, like I don't know if what's his contract? Is it 2 years? I'd keep him.
It's
for who?
So Aiden Caesar.
Caesar's a 1 or 2 year deal, bro.
So what I'd do is I'd keep him in the club, and there's going to be times, say Luai gets picked for Origin, he still might get picked next year.
Yeah, he's like Schneider.
Yeah, you bring him in, you bring Aiden Caesar in. And not only that, bro, having Aiden Caesar, he's older, he's more experienced, he's cool, calm, collected. But we've seen it in I don't know who they played and they won. Against Para. You've seen how cool, calm, collected he was. Even against Manly, bro. He had a game and a half against Manly. It was so good.
20s, bro.
So you need that guy that kicks to the corner, you know what I mean? He's probably going to be a bit shaky in defense because he's older, but I'd keep him
and
mentoring just the next guy. And we don't have that.
We don't
have
a game. But the closest thing we have to it is Sexton.
Yep, that's my whole point.
The thing is, Sexton is creative, and I do like a couple of things about Hutchinson. I like how deep he goes into the line.
If there's
one thing I want Burden to do is go attack the line with that much, create
I don't like that sometimes, man.
No. Here's the thing, because we pass the ball too early sometimes. Burden really gives early ball, I'd say too early. You sort of want to engage the defender in front of you.
And then go. You suck him in and then go.
Yeah, it's called draw and pass.
Yeah, draw and pass, that's right.
But you want the defensive player to have to make a decision. You know what I mean? When you pass the ball early, you don't put pressure on him to make a decision.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Sexton played 28 minutes against the Roosters. He got 1 try assist. Drew Hutchinson's played how many? Six games with us?
Has he had 1 try assist this season?
He has 1.
1.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's...
And I know that Sexton try assist was just passing the ball to Burden, but I just think Sexton also goes into the line pretty deep, and he's a better kicker because Drew Hutchinson's kicks, I just want to say, he is driving me mental. Stephen Crichton has put more good kicks in
than that's sad.
Might as well put him at 7.
Yeah.
And then at least he'll get the ball more. And at least he won't have to worry about someone passing him the ball. He's first receiver.
Of course, but
and then you put Carez center, Wilson wing. I don't know.
Give Freddie the coaching role, boys.
He's been putting in better kicks than Hutchinson. But no, it wouldn't obviously it wouldn't work.
I'm scared of telling, am I?
Obviously it wouldn't work because Drew's there for the leadership.
I get it. No,
running the team as well, but I just think Sexton will do a better job.
That's like what you said with Aiden Caesar. I think Sexton complements Burden more.
Yeah,
I don't want to wait till we're 12 points away from top 8.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, that's what is going to hurt me the most. And then we start, I hate, towards the back end of the season, I don't care what we do. If we're not in the 8, it doesn't really affect me. Of course, I love my team and I watch them and passion and everything, but I'm not watching biting my nails, you know?
Yeah.
Unless it's a Eels, Dragons, Roosters game, whatever. Souths game.
Because I'm gonna,
So I think Sexton does fit the mould more, and he needs to be put in this side. Give him a chance. I don't care what he's doing in Sierra Cup and what a New South Wales Cup.
Yeah.
Give him an opportunity next to Burton, next to Curran, next
well,
to
he's
these
already
big boys.
had it, and he's had it,
And he's done well.
And he's
no,
done
but
well.
I'm saying give him the opportunity to start and give him games so he builds a platform and he can build this chemistry with. But him and Crichton, if they can link up and learn each other's games and build that chemistry, like we're good, we're sweet, we can score more points.
Well, if that right side starts clicking, then you don't know. We become unpredictable.
Yeah, like we're gonna go left.
Right now,
are we gonna go right?
predictable. We're gonna go right.
Like Penrith are unpredictable.
So we're gonna go
You don't
left.
know where, you don't know where they're gonna kill you from because they have killers everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. And so I'll just wrap this up quickly. I'll give Cameron Ciraldo his credit. I think he deserves massive credit.
Yeah.
Because we look like a football team, and it's not easy to have that toxic dressing room we had last year, to bring it into this season and actually get the boys backing up and everything. And look, man, their efforts are they don't go unnoticed. We appreciate everything, but please just make the call. We don't want to turn Drew Hutchinson into the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Right? We don't want to do that. We want to love all our players and we want to respect them. And man, even if you bring him off the bench, I'm not fussed with that.
Yeah, no, I think
his greatness is unbelievable.
I think you can cover multiple positions.
Yeah.
I just don't think 7's his best position.
It's not his best position, bro.
And here's the thing, like Winston is usually very optimistic.
I read that as well.
But Winston is saying time is up, man. Like everybody can
When
tell.
Winston says time is up, that means time is the most nicest person ever, the most patient person ever, right?
Yeah.
He's saying time is up.
And
Come on, Cameron, sort it out.
Yeah, why he's run it on last in that situation. Like he's gone over to that side to be the link to send it left, you know
That's
what I
right.
mean? And he's running like and I said it in the stream when I was ginning, all right, when I absolutely lost my marbles. He didn't make TikTok because it just got cut off, but it was you're not Andrew Johns, you're Drew Hutchison.
Yeah.
Play like Drew Hutchison. He's trying to do too much. He's running it every chance he gets. He's not that guy. You're not that guy, man. When you have Matt Burton next to you, or in that case, you had Matt Burton right next to you. You have it's like Crichton, like. You'd much rather the ball be in their hands running the football instead of yours. And I don't understand why after 6 weeks nobody's told this bloke, like, I get you want to play aggressive, but make the right decision. And the right decision is like he's like hogging it.
Yeah.
He's hogging it.
He's hogging the ball.
I don't want to say it, but he's hogging it. And why would you want Drew Hutchison hogging it? I get it. Crichton hogs it. Or Burton.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kick out.
Why are they unselfish? Why are they playing unselfish and Drew Hutchison can't play unselfish? Like he's just making the wrong decision. His kicking game's not been the best. I do think he can turn that around, but I don't know how much he's got in him at 7.
Yeah,
I can't credit the guy enough for how hard he works, and I know that's why he's going to get picked again because Cameron Ciraldo, after last year, does not want a bunch of people who don't want to put in 100%.
Zero complacency in this club. That we don't need the complacency. It's actually it's our biggest enemy.
Yeah. Now I do want to give. We were talking about the Dogs. I do want to give Melbourne credit. They played a good game, and they looked like they were down and out, and then they just come up with a couple. Their spine.
They lost Pappenhausen to Simbin, right?
Yeah, but we had a sin bin too.
But I didn't watch this.
We had a sin bin first. Right? Sam Hughes.
For what?
He elbowed Olmate in the face. Like him and Welch were going at it. Like shout out to Sam Hughes. He had a mad game. He's had 2 mad games in a row, and I'm looking at this bloke as this guy's got to get more minutes. He got a lot of minutes
in the Melbourne game.
In the Melbourne game, and he did so well. But he's up against Welch off the bench.
Wow. Yeah.
And Welch was the experienced player.
No,
smart. Yapping in his ear.
Smart.
And then he's just and Samuel Hughes just lost it. Do I like that he lost it?
Yes.
Low-key, I like
love
that he lost it. He just looks like a nice, calm, happy bloke.
Because I never heard anyone, because obviously hearing all the news from the boys, like the Bulldogs fans and all that commenting, I never heard anyone complain about the Simbin, so I just wanted to know what exactly it was.
Look, other refs wouldn't have made that Simbin, but it's rubbish on the face, like elbow to the face.
Yeah,
but
you let it go, man.
But then, Latrell Mitchell does that, standing up to fucking Sean Johnson gets nothing.
I watched the Glenn Stewart fight the other day when Adam Blair, and it just came up on my Facebook.
No, there's nothing in that.
Nothing in that.
But, yeah, shout out to Melbourne, they played good, but then the next Simbin came off a Burton bomb. They've caught, like...
Pappenhausen's one, yeah?
Yeah.
What did he do?
So, Crichton's caught it off of Burton. Burton was bombing the shit out of the wall. He honestly had a lot of good kicks in this game.
We'd love to see it.
There were a couple that were questionable, including the one towards the end that I want to highlight on. But he's put a good kick in. Crichton's caught the ball and then put a grubber in because he had put a grubber in a couple of times in the game. They actually turned out all right.
Yeah, I seen
and this
one.
one was, again, a really good one again off the boot.
Yeah.
And she just pushed him out of the way.
Oh, okay. So it's like a professional foul.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Okay.
professional.
So it wasn't like reckless or anything.
No,
That's
but
what
he
I'm
did
saying.
get a hip drop charge that obviously wasn't a penalty.
Yeah.
But it was a fine.
Of course, it's
$750 bucks.
Now I want to give a shout out to Xavier Coates' his kick, but Melbourne, yeah, good on his
No, they're a good team, man.
No, they are. You're taking your words back or not?
Huh?
Are you taking your words back or not?
No.
They're a good team.
Origin.
Yeah, I know. I'm listen. I'm giving
it,
Flexi some ammo for clips.
No,
you know
they're
what I mean?
making it, man.
Yeah.
I concede, man.
That's the L we have to take.
I concede, but shout out to Bellamy. You know what Bellamy said in the presser?
What?
We're a good team.
Yeah, we know we're a good team. We don't need Bellamy to tell us that. Thank you, Bellamy.
We were the better team on the day when Bellamy says it, bro.
Yeah.
You
And
know what
I told you this when we started talking about the Bulldogs. He's probably fuming at that performance for Melbourne.
Brother, he got out of his chair. He left the room.
Because you know him, yeah? Like,
he left the coaching box to cool off. They were saying he didn't see the try in the presser, and he's like, "No, I don't know who told you that. I was back in there."
He was probably watching on the screen.
Wallah, he was losing his mind.
I want to give credit because I want to give credit to Jerry, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, good on you, bro.
Second game playing in 4 years.
He looked like a natural man.
Well, let's give him third game because he played trials, whatever. 3 games in 4 years, and you put a performance in like that against Melbourne, who have they don't have bad backs. Their backs are pretty good.
Well, Manny had been good at that point.
Manny
but
was
he
good.
abused the shit out of me.
And bro, like I think his pace is back. I think he's like running. He's like I can see him running
quick.
in.
He was quick.
He's tackle busting. He's flicking passes. I'm just happy to see it. I don't like when people overhype our players and they haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
So when I do see something, I want to say it, and I want to give a big shout out to Bronson Jerry because, bro, we want to see you do well.
Let's see what happens when Adokar doesn't get injured at halftime or
Yeah,
before halftime.
exactly. And
Is this the first game all season?
5 line breaks.
He started this. This is the he started, but he just couldn't make it.
No, he didn't go past. He didn't play in the second half all year.
all year, bro. So this is his first 80-minute game, bro, and it's against Melbourne, and he scores a hat trick.
What a game! He was doing
Adokar?
everything. Yeah,
and you know what, bro? 2 weeks ago, I had this conversation with a lot of Bulldogs fans. Like, I think it's time for him to go, man.
Nah, man.
I was like, stop. Can we all just stop being reactionary, right? And it's like having this convo last year with Johnny about Sam Ravalawa being Ravalawa being better than Adokar. Like genuinely, because he makes meters, he's better than Adokar. Right? He hasn't scored a try this year, Ravalawa. So what do we do? Adokar scored a hat trick. What do I do?
No. A hat trick, 5 line breaks.
In Melbourne, against Melbourne Storm in Amy Park.
5 line breaks.
I just want to say, calm down, Bulldogs
He was
fans.
doing everything.
Calm down, Bulldogs fans. Don't even be surprised if you see Adokar get picked for Origin, right? I don't think he should, of Foreman. I think there's other players doing better, but
Well, we don't know.
don't be surprised because, brother, that guy has one thing that nobody has, that 95% of the league struggles with, and it's fucking pace.
Yeah.
And when he's on pace,
you can't replace speed, bro.
you can't replace speed. And when he goes, right, and he has a Jerry next to him, right, it's wraps, it's done.
Yeah.
It's tries, and that's all it is. And if
All
we
the
can't break him in
vibes.
the middle, what is it?
The vibes are good, bro.
Yeah, I'm
They were loving it.
I'm loving it.
It hurt so much to lose that game.
But, man,
at least we know now that
we have a dog in our team, bro.
The way we're playing now has just not been a fluke. Like the 26-0 against...
It wasn't a fluke. Yeah.
It wasn't fluky because we're doing this to Melbourne. We know we're not playing full games yet and we're taking them all the way to the end.
I'm loving it, bro.
You know what I mean? And yeah, once we start playing... Well, we're playing 40 good minutes. Once we start playing 50, 60, 70 good minutes...
I'm happy to see it.
Wallah, that's going to be the difference.
I think we're a prop and a halfback away from being... I know, like, people say top 8 this year, this, that, but... from being like a genuine top 8, like you can't.
We're a prop and a halfback away from at the way we're playing now.
Top 4?
From being contenders, bro.
Wow! I won't go as far as that.
No. We need a.
Listen.
But granted, the 7 has to be either the perfect fucking fit
Perfect
or
7.
the best 7.
Like Ben Hunt comes to the Bulldogs tomorrow. Where are we finishing this year?
Like I think we make the 8 this year, but we still need a bit of beef in the forwards.
Yeah,
but
okay.
right now, the way the backs are playing, the forwards are overplaying. Like
Overplaying their hands.
Yeah,
as well.
like no, they're not. They're doing better than expected. Shout out to Cohen playing out of position. The guy's a fucking unit.
He's an actual Bulldog. When
Well,
Gus Gould said it, I understood.
I was creaming myself when we got him. But I'm like, where's he going to play?
Do you have to pause that?
No, I'm not.
No.
pausing. I'm fucking-
We don't pause here.
I wasn't lying.
I speak hot, brother. I speak hot.
I'm just saying it how it is, bro. I was on stream when they told me. 1 second, boys, I got to clean up. But,
Anything else on the Bulldogs before we wrap up? We've got to move on,
Yeah,
man.
Chad Townsend's off contract this year.
Yeah, I don't mind him, bro. I used to not like him,
Please,
and then like you watch his game and you're like, okay, I respect it. It's not fancy. We don't need fancy. We have enough fancy X Factor players.
This is someone that the Cowboys could potentially overlook one day, I think.
Hopefully.
I looked when he wasn't on off contract. I didn't see him being re-signed.
I think Phil Good is going to look into that, bro.
So I'm like, you want someone that's
Give
a
him his ammo.
perfect fit next to Burden and someone that will prevent. You know, I think we need a game manager, a good kicker, experienced, has to be experienced.
The last thing I'll say about the Bulldogs is when we do go up, I still feel very, very nervous.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. And that's obviously off experience and having a great seven.
We are
if
a very
we have
young
a guy,
team.
If I had Aiden Caesar kicks you to the corner, you get a repeat set here and there, like, you know, just defend, like, later, like, bro. Like, you know, DCE and the Bulldogs would be unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. But
I know DCE is unbelievable. So let's get into DCE.
Yeah.
Waz played Manly. That was a big segment on Bulldogs, eh?
Yeah.
So that's our team, bro. We love them.
Oh, that's our team, bro. I got the jersey on.
New Zealand Warriors.
10 minutes.
New Zealand Warriors played the Manly Seagulls the other day, and bro, it was a blockbuster game. I think it was my game of the round. Obviously, it ended in a draw. We haven't had a draw in, I think, a year. Probably last year was the or
I haven't seen a draw in a while.
2-3 years maybe.
think
We'll get Flax's stats. We'll bring up Flax's stats.
Panthers
We'll
Newcastle when Matt Burden missed 10 field goals in a row. He's like
Gus
second
Gould's like,
game.
sign him up.
Yeah.
But first of all, let's talk about the controversy in it because Moses, shout out to Moses, Manly supporter, wanted us to speak about that. Phenomenal game. Sad that it had to end like that. New Zealand Warriors got themselves back in the game. But I want you to quickly run us through that penalty.
Everyone calling it a robbery. I think they need to cool down a little bit.
And listen to James Graham yelling, what?
Yeah, like, look, was it a fucking terrible call to make at the time? Yeah, because it's like so soft that you're like, you know, but we are Bulldogs fans. We experienced the 2015 bad Friday, we like to call it.
Yeah, that's what we like to call it.
And that's what happens when you touch the legs of a player when they're kicking, where no matter where the leg is.
I think it's
Now,
soft.
people saying, Sean, it is soft, but at the
It's
end of
a
the
rule.
day, they call these every time. It's not like there's times where they don't call it. They call these every single time. And I don't have a problem with it. Because they're saying he kicked his leg out. Rather, the guy is kicking the ball. When you are taught to kick a field goal, you have to, or any goal.
Anything.
You got to put your laces through it.
Yep.
The guy's putting...
Get your laces through it, son. You know what I
he's
mean?
putting his laces through it. His legs outstretched.
Kick the shit out of it. Yeah, go on.
O'Shea Ole
O'Shea
knew he can't touch his legs. Every player knows. Just stay away from the kicker's legs. You'll be all right. Give him a hug tackle. You know what I mean? Like, give him
They all do that when they kick.
stay away from his legs. But what's he do? He hits his leg. Yeah, does he go for the charge down? He's not thinking straight? 100%. Was it extremely soft? Yeah. Were there a little bit of theatrics involved? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do I see a little bit of Bukayo Saka in Sean Johnson and
Limping off the field
and
when they
Stephen
lose?
Crichton? 100%. Yeah, definitely a bit of theatrics involved. But at the end of the day, the NRL calls it when there's theatrics. They probably don't call it if there's no theatrics.
And you don't forget in New Zealand, bro, the crowd is roaring.
Yeah, the crowd
unbelievable
wanted
always.
blood there, bro.
Shout out to the crowd, man.
That's the home field advantage, man. Like, I've seen some terrible calls at Brookvale. I've seen some terrible calls at McJones. I've seen some terrible calls at Belmore.
The loud crowd.
This is how it is, bro. And like, it's about time the Warriors get something. Not to mention, there were about 2 knock-ons that were absolutely blatant that were not called for Manly. And Manly
second week in a row, yeah?
Yeah, and no, there's 2 in this game alone.
I know, but I'm saying second week in a row this happens. I hear about Manly getting a knock-on. I think against the Tigers game, there was that situation.
Yeah, and I just do not like the Panthers game.
Panthers game,
Yeah,
sorry.
so this was just, again, I had to let the Hello Sport podcast know. Is this, boys? I was blind last week, according to you. Is this one backwards? And they said it's sideways at best, mate.
Shout out to the Hello Sport boys, man.
There's
They're
some terrible
absolute
calls
Gs.
both ways, but you know what? The way the Warriors rallied back, I was happy for them. I absolutely cursed Manly when I said, surely they can't come back from here. Like, I said, surely they can't lose from here, right? And I literally said, wink, wink. What do you know?
Wink, wink. What do you know?
What do you know? And Sean Johnson missed a sitter of a kick that he kicks 9 times out of 10.
Oh, pain.
Yeah, it was like the Appy Psychrosa one. He just
the Appy
missed
one
it too
was-
easy.
Happy one was my play of the round, bro.
Yeah.
Straight out.
yeah, that was funny, bro. But you know what? The Warriors played a really good game. They rallied back. They both copped a few injuries. Burbo was gone. Jazz Tavanga went down. And
losses
both of
for
them
both teams.
scored and then got injured right after.
Both big losses for both teams, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what the news is on Burbo, but he looked like a hamstring. So this thing might be like a
Genetic,
turbo
man.
thing, bro.
I think the only person that doesn't cop it is Jake, bro.
Yeah, Jake, because he just doesn't move
He
quick
just
enough to
he
get
just
injured.
slices out in half in tackles, bro.
He doesn't run, bro. Have you seen Jake run? I'd see him lightly jog
just-
everywhere, but
And then put his thumb up.
You look at the game, but most distance traveled,
Jake
Jobo, bro.
Listen,
But,
man, give a big raps to
Manly too.
Manly deserve big raps, bro. They look like a proper team.
Wallah, what a game from Cherry Evans,
And
man.
Cherry Evans, this is what I wanted to speak to you about. DCE versus Sean Johnson, bro.
What
This is
a
the
battle.
matchups I look at, and I just like, I drool everywhere because I'm a halfback type of guy. I like a guy that controls the game. This, that. You know what? You want to watch players be leaders properly.
Wallah, they
Have
would-
no fear. And these blokes aging both of them like fine wine. Like I don't. If you ask me, like, who else do you enjoy watching in this game? Like as a 7, that's old.
Ben Hunt,
Yeah, like Ben Hunt. I hate the Dragons.
Adam Reynolds.
So there you go.
No.
Those older halfbacks with cool heads. Now I'm saying this is what I like to watch.
Yeah, it's becoming a theme where the older a halfback gets,
The wiser you
better
get.
he gets.
Because he gets wiser.
More knowledgeable. But the thing is they were like doing shit themselves. Like that Sean Johnson try was vintage Sean Johnson. Like
Sexy.
he's like fucking someone doesn't run the shape properly or the set play properly, and he's like, fuck this, I'm doing it myself. You know what I mean?
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like that's what was going on. And they both had absolute blinders. And without Sean Johnson rallying them, like, he was the one leading the charge, in my opinion. And yeah,
good
no
to watch,
Bunty. They definitely missed Bunty.
Good to watch, man.
And honestly, I'd like to give a shout out to Burbo because he was absolutely killing RTS, bro. RTS did not have a game that he usually has. A few errors.
Struggled a little bit.
Yeah, and Burbo was proven to be a bit of trouble for him. I know I know it might be. I know there are games where
He's a bit.
players get the best of another, but like I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting RTS to see, you know.
No, but Ben is like big body, like he's mobile. He's a big boy.
He works hard, man.
He works hard, but there was big raps on him before he started. People were like, Tom and Jake. Oh, wait till you see this brother Ben. He's like a mixture of both of them put in one, and that's what we see. Like we're starting to see it.
But
and I think that's why. Well, I think he's one of the biggest reasons why Manly told Schuster like you're good. Like,
Yeah.
Like because we have another player that we have to give big money to, and this guy can play. Bro, he can play anywhere.
Yeah, he is.
Ben is the type of player you can play him anywhere in the game, and he'll be fine. Like you don't have to worry too much about it.
Nah, he's versatile. I don't know if you can play him anywhere.
Not anyway, but what I mean is
yeah,
versatile.
I get you.
In the second row, in the centers, in the wing. Like, bro, I think he can play as a winger straight
Yeah,
up.
but there's two players on Manly that are not getting their praises.
Yes.
Tanel Paseka and Sipley, bro. They are two tough-nosed, gritty, really, really damaging front rowers, bro.
And that's what Manly. I think it's sort of underrated that side of him. Like the pack, no one's really talking about their pack.
Yeah,
but even
there's a lot of
Alloy,
big
I don't
players.
like him. I don't like Alloy, but I think he's a good player.
I like Alloy, man.
I don't like him. When he had the
no one
drama
says
of
his
Adam
name right anymore.
Osho
bro. It's like
Alloy.
Berthold.
Anyway, let's get straight into you want to speak about the fraud? We'll get into when we do our frauds, the Cowboys. But Ricky Stewart versus Des Hasler. Now you got two hotheads that played yesterday, was it? And they were just going out in the press conference.
How is
after.
this has a hothead? He's
No, but yeah, like when you watch Des Hasler I'm not talking about him in a press conference. I'm talking about him in the coach room ripping the door off.
Ricky Stewart fucking ended up on top of it.
Yeah, you see that? No, but you see Des Hasler have brain snaps in the changing room, and I like how he doesn't show it in the press conference. It's sort of cool, calm and collected. How Fred just impersonated him for about 30 seconds. In my ear. But talk to me, run me through that. What happened? Because apparently the NRL came out and said Des Hasler was right. We made the wrong decision. Someone should have been penalised. Yada yada. I didn't watch the game.
No. So there were Titans were definitely slowing this play the ball down. I think I agree with Ricky.
Oh, so you're going with Ricky?
In one little point.
Okay, go.
I agree with Ricky that there probably should have been more 6 agains. Like there probably should have been more set restarts going towards the Raiders' way.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, that's the only thing I agree with Ricky on. To call them cheats
That's crazy. Yeah.
for
That's
trying to
massive.
slow down the play of the ball is a bit of a stretch, mate. And Ricky seems to he defends the ref when it goes for his team. Okay, fuck this.
And I get that. I get it.
He's an absolute hypocrite, Ricky Stewart, and he grinds my gears when it comes. Like he just seems like a dickhead.
Last year.
This is a weak gutted thing. Now, Titans should have had more set restarts.
What's up,
Probably
brother?
should have had a couple more penalties or, I think they were hard done by to get only one because there were points in that game towards the end where the Raiders were slowing down that play of the ball. But they don't get it.
Yeah.
If you had the same situation And that's why I defend the Titans here. Same scenario, Raiders got the set restart, Titans didn't. And this is where there is bullshit. And Ricky was the first guy to defend the ref. Serious?
yeah, bro.
If it was the other way around, Ricky would have had he would have seen a vein.
The vein would have stuck out. It would have started going.
They should ban females. That's what he would have said. He would have said something like that, bro. Ricky would have said that, bro. Ricky would have mentioned that, I reckon, man.
Mate, there's too much diversity in our game.
Yeah.
Where's the real man? You got to ban the females.
This is a weak gutted.
Bro, he gave her the biggest praise.
Weak gutted dog? Nah, weak gutted bitch. That's what he would have called it if it was the other way around. If it was half of the other way around. If it was 6-1.
What's half? Like a
if it was 6-1, he would have ginned. Okay, but nah. The referee did a great job out there. And although I do think, for the most part, she did do a good job.
She did. Shout out to her, man.
It was
it's not easy reffing.
Not fair.
40, 20, 30 men that filled up with testosterone hitting each other.
When you are on the back foot and you are trying to slow down to play the ball as much as they were, you will concede 10-set restarts.
100%.
But all I expect as a person watching the game as a neutral, or just as anyone, even if it was my team, if we're throwing the ball down, blow the 6 again. Blow the set restart.
Yeah.
But the other team does the same thing.
Do the same thing.
Do the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's why I don't care about this Sean Johnson kick. Because at least they're being consistent, and the very next game, the same exact thing happens, and they call it.
You can't argue with consistency. We have no right to argue if someone's being consistent on something. You have to just accept it because this is the rule and this is what you're watching.
But for the most part, the NRL is not consistent.
Never is, and it never will be.
This is where Desi had trouble. They had 42% possession. They had made 160 more tackles, and they lose. If they just got a little bit of help from the refs, it would have been better.
Yeah, of course. And I get that because Desi is struggling right now, bro. Struggling to do something, put something together, get a win.
But they're building something. I like what I saw there.
Yeah? So you think that's good enough to say? Because they are missing Tino.
No, you'll see. You'll see when we talk about it.
Okay, no worries. But yeah, any suggestions on Ricky and HASLER? Should they go have a coffee? Should they, punch on about something?
Ricky should cop a fine.
All right? Yeah, he will. He definitely will.
No, the guy swore on the press conference too. This should be the biggest fine ever, bro. This is the most iconic. This is the most iconic press
conference. What's that, brother?
The most iconic press conference since Jeff Tuvey's one, bro. He literally said "fuck me" in the middle of the fucking thing, bro. Okay.
Oh, you know what's crazy? They're actually old men.
You know what?
They're actually old men losing it on camera in front of everyone. Bro, it's crazy.
Ricky's losing it. Des is just being fair.
Yeah, Des is like, I thought it was a great game.
It's like he's been to anger management. This bloke.
Tony Soprano.
Goose flabber.
Tony Soprano.
Goose flabber.
He's just got his token.
Yeah. But when he comes near the players, that's when he lets the Ned Flanders, Ned Flanders clicked it.
You fucking dog.
Yeah.
You bloody pigeon.
Yeah. But
rip the doors off. Rips the door off.
Bro. But
I think we should. So any suggestion? So you're saying fine, Ricky, but I'm talking like unrealistic suggestions. Like, should we get him in a boxing ring? Should we put him on the ping pong table downstairs? They should just have a crack on the ping pong table. Like, we're doing tournaments here, guys.
Settle it, man. Settle the score.
Yeah. How would you? This is the fun. I reckon we should do a fun question every week.
Rust 1v1, bro. Rust 1v1. Get him on there. Give him. But you know what? They're gonna.
If Des has this on the mic, I would lose my brain, bro.
He'd get bullied. Well, he'd get a new game. He'd go to League of Legends.
That's a repeat set. Boom.
But you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen, bro? You're gonna give him the controllers. You're gonna get him to Rust 1v1, and then Rick is gonna have a complaint about the fact that it's on PlayStation or Xbox.
Oh my noob,
you fucking noob. Fuck me.
You weak-gutted COD player.
Fuck me. Xbox. I mean, PlayStation, really?
He's fucking screen cheating.
He's looking at my screen.
Mate, you're bloody 500 kilometres away, mate. Calm down. All right, boys, let's get into the awards. Let's speak about Parramatta. You want to speak about Parramatta
quickly?
Bro,
you know what? Shout out to Parramatta. Shout out to Dylan Brown, Dejan Arcee.
He looked good, that RCL, from what I watched.
Good player, big body. Had a pretty decent game. But you know what? Shout out to Morgan Harper. Everybody, he was the equivalent of Drew Hutchinson for Parramatta. Everybody was making the brother memes, But good job, Morgan Harper. He had a good game. But I'd like to give a real big shout out to Gutho for being the freaking leader of that team, bro. Anything that went their way, he was G'd up. And you could tell the attitude was different. That was the difference between Parramatta yesterday, or was it Parramatta Saturday? Yeah. Parramatta Saturday and Parramatta. And...
This is zooming me out, bro.
Parramatta yesterday was a massive difference between Paramount on Saturday. Ages yesterday.
You're so bucklings.
I know.
What the actual buckles? There's a big difference between Parramatta, brother and brother
Yeah. There's a big difference between Paramount on Saturday and Paramount the last 5 weeks before that. They showed a lot of grit.
Especially
and
about
heart,
Moses.
and they knew they had to get a win there. And the Cowboys they just looked flat as.
I love Gutho, man. I love
They're
him.
frauds, bro. I
hate when we play
they're
para.
just up there because they versed all the crap teams, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah, I said this as well, bro. I said the Cowboys, the honeymoon stage is over for Todd Payton. I think they have a great team, but I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. They make too much errors.
Still young, man.
They are still young, but there are some old heads in that team too, aren't there? Like,
Yeah, but look, I just think the weak point is their props, bro. They've struggled to get out of their own end.
yeah, that's for a lot of our struggles. But I want to give big raps to, even though I only watched 20 minutes of the game, Gutho, bro. Like, straight out in a struggling team, he's always like 100%. I know he missed the kick against Tigers, was it? To ice the game when Mahmoud was there. But like, cause that guy, I don't know what I feel he's like very underrated. And I understand why, because he's not that flashy sort of fullback. But Dylan Edwards gets praised for a lot of the things he does.
I feel like because there's so many good fullbacks,
It's hard to, yeah.
Brother, this bloke would get into every single NRL.
So can I ask you a question
somewhere.
quickly? Can I ask you a quick question? And I want the TikTok audience and everyone to get involved. Like, where do you rank him as a fullback in today's game?
He's in the top 10.
Okay, of course.
He's in the top 8.
Yeah, the top 8, I think. Are
So if you're putting Clint Gutho in the top 8, where do you rank Clint Gutho in that top 8?
Well, he's not top 5. I'd say he's around 7th or 8th best.
Okay.
I'd go 6 or 7.
Can we do our quick like top 10s or not? Just this season.
Yeah, just if I'm gonna name fullbacks, like, well, there's so many good fullbacks. That's the problem. You got Edwards. You got.
I think
Tedesco.
Reece Walsh is the best right now.
You got. I think of recent form, I'd have to go Dylan Edwards.
Okay, Dylan Edwards, Reece Walsh.
So you got Dylan Edwards, Reece Walsh,
Tommy?
Scott Drinkwater, Tommy Turbo. Did I say Tedesco?
No. Teddy's
Kalen
up.
Ponga, Chansey. You know what I mean?
You got
I
a
think
lot
he
of...
gets the 8th
Fuck,
spot.
Chansey looks so
and
good
I'm not
as
even naming Latrell.
Yeah.
And Latrell in the last few years was probably there.
Yeah.
Or let's say round 11 last year, he's probably there.
So it's actually it's sad. It's actually shit go, but it's
just
the reality. It's the
but
reality.
is the gap very big?
No,
Absolutely not.
It's tight.
It
Anyone
is
can
so
overlap
tight.
anyone at any time.
And in terms of versatility, I think he's got the edge over a lot of those players in terms of playing multiple positions. Like, I see them one day when he probably gets a bit older, then potentially moving him to like centre or something.
Yeah, I think for me the best fullback in the game is Reece Walsh, and then it's Dylan Edwards. If I'm going consistency, it's Dylan Edwards all day, every single day. But if I'm going game breaker, like someone that X factor, it's 1,000,000% Reece Walsh. Yeah. And Chansy's up there as well, bro. You were saying this like I think Sheck should play fullback. You're like, nah, bro, Chansy's the guy. Bro, he's been unbelievable for them ever since he's been back. Let's get straight into the awards because we're taking our time today, huh?
Yeah.
I've got my little book, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go, let's go, play of the round.
Joey Manu.
Joey Manu. Yeah,
I think Joey Manu or Addo Carr. I don't think you can really pick anyone else.
I'm going Lomax, man. I feel like every time they kicked
did have
it,
a good game.
yeah, I feel like every time they kicked, bro, he actually won it and like he was just flicking balls.
Can I
Like,
just ask, he's so good at fucking wing. Why doesn't he?
we'll talk.
Just don't get it. It's like
No. He doesn't want to be at Dragons, bro. There's more to it. I don't know how people are still
I agree,
questioning.
bro.
I don't know how people are questioning a positional thing. It's nowhere near a positional thing.
No,
Where's he playing for Para when he goes? You think he's playing centre?
He's got to play wing.
He's playing wing, bro. Who are they going to play wing? You think he's taking Penasini's spot as centre?
No, you
way.
know what? No, I think he's going to get a centre spot there because you got Sean Russell and Seaver. They're two good wingers.
Come on,
and
Sean Russell's okay, but Seaver's not getting dropped. Penasini's a gun centre.
What do you mean?
Lomax.
Seaver's getting dropped.
Who?
He was last game.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he didn't play.
Didn't they wait for him like all year? And then
he was.
Yeah, but like we know what
Such a
Seaver.
defensive liability.
Okay, but we know what Seaver can do for them. You know, because he can score them a hat trick in a game or 5 tries in a game.
But let's be real. Most of those
let's finish our awards. So we'll get into Lomax in news. So you went.
I went Joey Manu,
I'm
break
going,
records.
I'm going Lomax, bro. I think he was.
Lomax did not crack one smile the whole game.
Who?
I kept on
Who?
TBC.
Lomax?
I kept going on TBC Live. Lomax a smile the next 10 minutes? Nah.
What's the
guy
odds?
he's Jokicing, he's just clocking in, he's doing his job.
He's getting out.
And he's getting out.
He's going straight to his
home.
thing in
Yep,
Serbia.
see you later, boys. Yep, going on, catching the bus.
Fraud player of the round.
There's
only one, eh?
There's a few.
Okay, go on.
I can't remember what I said.
I'm going Drew Hutchinson.
Yeah, Drew
I didn't watch
Hutchinson,
much footy this week, straight up.
Jaden Sullivan was bad. Nick Meaney got abused.
Yeah.
Like, you could go a few of them, but I'm going to go Drew. Sorry, man.
We'll go Drew Hutchinson. Sorry, man, as well.
The salesman.
Team of the round.
I'm going to go... this is a very left field, but I'm going the Titans as my team of the round, bro. I was not expecting this level of grit and determination and heart that they showed. They tackled 160 more tackles more than the Raiders did. They had 42% possession, and they probably should have won that game.
So what you're telling me is BK Sports and Clarkie should be very proud of this performance.
They will, without a doubt, leave. They went to Canberra, bro.
Yeah, they're proper.
And they've got to be happy.
Proper fans.
They probably left up, gutted that they lost.
But they're happy with it.
But lots of heart. Like Roosters fans last week.
So what did I say? Fraud team of the round? I'm going Tigers, man.
No, they
Nah, I know, but that's the game I watched. Like,
watch how good they are next week.
yeah, next week they'll be alright. I think they're missing Galvin, but yeah, I'm going to give it to them. Who's your team of the round? Oh, did you
I didn't give my fraud.
fraud team of the round?
Yeah, fraud team of the round's the Cowboys, bro.
Okay.
Fraud team of the year.
Here we go. Everyone's thinking they're thinking.
He's right, but
Yeah, we all said this at the start of the season. We all said that I feel like the honeymoon period and it's going to be over very soon, and then it's problems because a lot of players are on big money there. What do we go? Game of the round.
I'm going to go the Dogs game.
Dogs game.
Because although the Warriors game was good, it ended in controversy. You know where there was zero controversy in the game at all, pretty much, was our game.
Yeah, every game had something to it.
And it was hectic, bro.
Yeah.
And it was in Amy Park, and the tries that were scored were insane. You know what I mean? Like, I think our game was the best game of the round.
Yeah, I'll go Wiles mainly because I watched it properly.
Yeah,
like,
I try to go from like a neutral standpoint. A lot of people enjoyed our game.
Nah, definitely. And who was your team of the round? Would you go Bulldogs? Like your most impressive team of the round?
Yeah, I went to Titans.
Oh, you went Titans? Oh, that's where, sorry, I say I buckled, bro. I'm losing my brain already. I got Yaris just walked in and eyed me out and he's like, we're on the same team
today.
today.
Eating this time, bro.
Look, he's so angry, Kazuk. Yeah, I'm going Bulldogs, my team of the round. Let's get straight into the news. First things first, Zach Lomax has signed with the Parramatta Eels. I think it's $650 a season for 4 years. 2 point something. Anyway, whatever it is, let's talk about it. Let's discuss. Is that a good signing for Parramatta?
Yes.
And where is he going to play?
He's playing. It's a good signing. $650 is a lot of money.
Because they was talking about getting an X Factor player.
Well, he's definitely not X Factor. Like, I know he's X Factor if he plays on the wing.
He has X Factor in him.
Yeah, he does. Okay. He's got. I think he's a good player, borderline rep player this year. The way he's playing right now. I agree. And if they get this form, 100% it's worth because they do not have. They need one more outside back, and he'll be a good one. I think if he plays on the wing, he'll be more effective. But I see him playing centre. Yeah, and
I like we were saying before in the episode. I don't think it's a position thing, bro. I think he just wants to get out of the Dragons. I think he has some disagreement or something, or he's heard something about the future, and he's just like, I don't know, man. So that's just my take on that.
We'll finally see him in a good team.
Yeah, good. And shout out to him because I think Parramatta's a good suit for him. Yeah. Bro, when Parramatta
the fans will love him, bro.
The fans will love him. And I hate Parramatta. I'm a Bulldogs fan, but when they're on, they're good to watch. Yeah. You don't want to even shake your head. You hate them, eh? You hate Parramatta Eels.
We all hate the Parramatta Eels here, but we can't.
But you can't deny the fact that when they play great and Moses is on and Dylan Brown's on, it's a big problem for a lot of teams, bro. Taruva to the Dragons is a big one, Flexi.
It's not official yet.
It's talks, right?
He's not leaving, man.
I'm not leaving.
He's definitely leaving, and I don't think he'll be too big of a loss for them. Because
he won't be a loss. Trust me.
Look, he's a mad player, but.
He's a gain for the Dragons more than he's a loss for Penrith.
Well, it depends. If he's playing fullback, I don't really think he's a gain as much.
But if Lomax is going,
I think they should just stick Sloan there because every time he touched the ball on the weekend, he looked electric. And I think they should just solidify his job, trust in him, man. Like, what's the point of taking him in and out of fullback?
I think Dragons are just trying to secure Taruva. They're telling there's no way he's playing over thing. Mate, he might play a game or two.
Taruva's a hard running fullback, but I just think Sloan's a better fullback than.
No, but if you're building a team, the Dragons, what are they doing? You want points. You're gonna go with, what's his name? Sloan. He's more like electric, more flary. You know, you want Taruva to get you those meters, like what Ravalawa does for being. He's the best winger in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I do think Taruva's numbers are inflated because teams refuse to kick the ball into all.
Yeah, and he just gets it and runs and runs and runs. Next thing is about Josh Schuster, bro. So much talk about him.
He's not joining an NRL team, bro.
Okay, so
this signing has go to England, come back in a couple of years, a better player, written all over it.
Okay, so mainly let him go. They said you're good to go. And I said like it's probably because of Ben, or someone else has stepped up, or they just don't like his work ethic or whatever it is.
Coming through, bro.
I met him. He's a good bloke. So just quick put that.
Yeah, he played a couple of years under me.
Yeah, he's from the area. But I watched Andrew Johns talk about this, and I actually this is why I wanted to speak about it because. They were like, what should he do? And it's like, bro, he should just work hard because his talent is so unbelievable. And it's freakish, bro. Like, what position can he play? Is he a lock? Is he a six? Is he like, what is he like? Has that sort of flair, ball connecting, joiner kind of player. But bro, it'll be so sad to see him go to England. But I think it's a good thing for him.
Yeah,
he can play some footy, less pressure, get his mind off this thing.
Yeah.
He's always gonna be linked with big money here.
Watch
bro.
some
always.
Premier League.
Yeah, watch some Premier League. But like,
Have some
never,
shit food.
I never understood how Manly gave him so much money, bro.
Because of the talent.
Yeah, but like, I
The
know,
talent,
man. But
you
far
pay
out.
overs for young talent, bro.
Yeah, but Manly are
you take the gamble on them being right in the head.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
true,
And
that's
having the right attitude, but Josh doesn't. And I think if you're looking back at it, they probably regret giving him that money.
Yeah, that's
but it's
why I regret it as well.
You see the point.
Because it ruined him as a player, bro.
'Cause
Like he's probably not hungry enough anymore.
They thought he was gonna be that 6.
Yeah,
But now it's
remember?
Luke Brooks. Yeah.
And it's now Luke Brooks. They've thrown that bit of money on Luke
Because
Brooks.
you gotta be a certain body shape. You gotta have a certain amount of
Weight. There's everything that's there's a criteria for halves.
He's got a weight clause in his contract. That's a worrying sign, man.
Is he the Zion Williamson of the league?
Yeah, he's the Zion of the league. Unlimited talent.
Hey, we're gonna do an episode on NRL and NBA players.
Yeah,
like, we have to.
but Zion's actually athletic.
Yeah, Zion's crazy. Nah, man, shout out to Josh Schuster. Hopefully he finds a club and we don't see that talent get wasted because it's a great player. Let's get straight into the tips. Let's wrap it up, bro. Listen, first things first, Roosters are playing Melbourne. Who's winning? And a score prediction, please.
I'm going to go Melbourne.
It's at Allianz Stadium. You're going Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne 1-12.
Yeah, I'll go Melbourne 1-12 as well. Dragons are playing Warriors. Win Stadium.
This is going to be a tight one.
Yeah,
but I got,
good game.
But I got Warriors winning this one.
Okay. And what's the...
1-12. Warriors 1-12.
Yeah, I'll go Warriors by 4, man. I feel like Dragons are going to be very, very gritty, but Warriors will just out-slick them somehow, some way. Para and Dolphins.
Oh, Parramatta's winning this one.
Yeah.
Parramatta 1-12, yeah.
I'm going Dolphins, and I'm probably going 13
No
plus.
hammer.
I'm going Dolphins 13 plus. Oh, no hammer. Okay, shit. That should have been in our news. Yeah, I'll go Para 1-12. I think Dolphins will be still gritty, but nah. Penrith and Tigers. You're back, huh? You enjoyed the bye?
Oh, I enjoyed the bye.
Another 2 points secured, like they don't always get them.
I'm going...
I was going to say that was the game of the round.
Listen to this one.
Well, we could have Nathan Cleary come back, but I don't think he will.
I don't think we should.
Why would
Yeah.
you get him back, bro? You're like...
Get him back for-
Yeah, he's apparently 50-50 for this one. I'm going the Tigers 1-12. Lockie Galvin's back. And no, the Panthers, the Kaka
I wish you could see Flaxy right now.
He's cringing. I'm going Tigers 1-12.
I'm going to go with
you,
you.
Tigers.
I'm going with you. Tigers 1-12, bro. That's it. I don't think they're being...
Panthers
I
now
think Penrith
40.
are going to absolutely
Panthers win by
smash them.
40. Nah, joking.
Yeah, but I don't want Tigers to win more, bro.
But if Cleary's playing, I think they win.
Okay. Titans and Manly.
I'm on Manly 13 plus.
Manly 13 plus. Brisbane and Canberra.
Brisbane 1-12.
Suncorp Stadium 7:30. Yeah, I'll go Brisbane 1-12 as well. Dogs and Newcastle Knights.
This is a revenge game. Dogs 1-12.
I don't
It's
even
going
want
to be a tee here.
Wallah, I'm not even telling you my tip for this. Leave me alone, bro. That game is traumatizing to me, and it's at the same place at the same time. It hurts, pain. And then the last one is Cronulla and Cowboys.
I'm going to go Cronulla 13 plus here.
Mm-hmm.
Go you
These are
Sharks.
always good games, aren't they? They're not always tight, are they? I'm thinking of Cronulla and Melbourne when Cronulla and Melbourne play.
This is a good game.
It's a good game to watch.
20, I was at this semi-final, 2016.
So you're going Cronulla 13 plus?
Yeah.
I'll go Cronulla 1-12, man.
This will be a lot of points. This is over points written over.
This is a big weekend, big week, bro. Anyway, that's us, guys. I'm very, very tired, man.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to Flaxy for being behind the scenes. Anyway, I love you all. Stay legal.
Oh, sorry.
Stay safe. Stay AJIBEH. Love you.
Love yous. Omaha.
Omaha.